Good afternoon. I hope you are very well today. Well, in this presentation, I will give you a tour of the topics that we have touched on in detail throughout the course. They are my autobiography, protectors, family connections, and global stories. I hope it is a presentation of pleasure for you and in the same way that you enjoyed. So, welcome to my final presentation with a little nostalgia for the end on this beautiful and very enriching course. Well, nostalgia aside, I'll start. As I mentioned before, the first topic I will talk about will be my autobiography. So, who am I? Well, my name is Daniela Perez. I am 20 years old. I was born in the city of Monteria, Córdoba. I graduated from the Antonio Nariño School in 2017. My favorite activities are usually swimming, going to the gym, or just staying home. To watch series or movies, I usually go out if it's with my best friends. Of course, I can make an exception, but I always end up returning home without spirits. It is something that I suppose I have adopted now in the pandemic. I suppose that I currently maintain a very reserved and very calm compared to how it was before. Since now I tend to be a little more relaxed, without making so many plans a week, without going out so much to places where years ago I had a lot of fun. I guess it's a matter of moving on in life. This type of being thing has always caught my attention, and I am passionate about many aspects in which you discover yourself, how you progress in others. Regarding the future, I don't like to talk a lot. I tend to be more of hard work in the present with hope that this will be rewarded. I like to work hard, always taking into account my family as an impulse to improve, who have always been by my side, supporting me and helping me to create an excellent woman little by little. They have given everything for me, and in the future I will be giving everything for them, is what I always repeat myself. My parents, my beautiful grandmother, and my little sister are everything to me. The next topic I will talk about will be about protectors. So, that they learn a little about the reality in which we live and have a broad knowledge, then I begin by talking about the first topic, that they are animals in danger of extinction. Well, in the world we can observe many animals in constant threat. At first, photographers show the danger of extinction of amphibians, and then they investigate the relationship with the mammals, reptiles, birds, fish, and insects. They were also threatened, and with this great problem, we know that there can be many causes why animals are going through these horrible situations, and their reasons can be tremendously particular or for each species, but in general, the destruction of their habitats due to climate change, illegal hunting and trafficking, and the introduction of exotic species. It has not been an easy task to avoid this event. This implies a lot of work and many resources and joint actions. In any case, today we can see in the news that work continues, so that little by little we are in less danger. We will then continue with the risk of extinction. As we already know, for the most part, human actions have a significant impact on the risk of extinction of animals. So, some of the animals that live close to the activity of human beings, they are already extinct or in danger of extinction. In addition, the abusive or unsustainable use of natural resources not only damage the planet, but also devastate entire species and makes them disappear forever. So the risk of extinction are so many, and this also we see on the news every day on this very serious situation such as deforestation, overexploitation of species, illegal wildlife trafficking, and contamination of soil and water. Well, now a topic that caught my attention because of its history and that of the endangered vultures. At first, this danger was identified in India, and then it manifests itself in Africa. They are concerned about the loss of 11 vulture species. In another endangered scenario is identified that in some rural areas, such as communities, it is common for herders to lose cows and other animals to predators when the lion attacks and kills a cow. In the case of the lion when it returns to feeding, however, the vultures also die from the poison when they feed on a poisonous carcass such as the lion. Now we will talk about how much I like the species of vultures. In class, the teacher showed us an intervention in which they want us to see the reality of this animal. Let's stop seeing eating and already going to see it as something good and pleasant. He wants people to understand the ecological studies that his work area provides when scattering and that vultures are better for their environment and human health and deserve to be protected after all. These are the ones that have their escaping eating habits that allow the control of decomposition of organic matter from dead animals. So we will continue with a very nice and pleasant topic, family connections. Well, my family is made up of my maternal grandmother called Rosa Vegambre. She is 65 years old and she has always taken care of me since I was little. I'm so lucky that such a wonderful woman has raised me. She is so sweet and understanding that I think I could not have had a better grandmother. Well, then there is my mother, called Jamie Lopez. My mother is 39 years old and works in her fruit business in the southern market. She's a very hard working woman. Was brought his family forward. He my example to follow. Then there is my father. My father is 42 years old. He is a pharmacist. He is a loving father and also a hard worker. Many say that I look like him and I love to look like him. Finally, my little sister Camila. She is 15 years old and in the 10th grade. From time to time we have our difference, but we always keep in mind that we love each other a lot despite everything and we must be together because we have each other unconditionally. And well, I am the eldest daughter. Okay, so look at my grandmother, my sister Camila, my parents. Okay, well, now I will tell you about the meetings that my family and I do. We, on any birthday of one of the family members, we meet by law. It is a great pleasure for everyone to thank God for one more year of life, since it is a blessing to be with each other. We usually go to a restaurant for dinner or do some time at home with very delicious food and many gifts. at Easter is another time when all the families get together, remember old times, make jokes, feel happy to see each other, and enjoy of those days. We also get together a lot on vacation. We are out resting and we can make different types of plans. And in December, time to spend as a family and be thankful for all the good time things of the years as well. They usually, really. In our next vacation, we plan great thing. We have a lot in mind to do. We want to enjoy our next vacations in great way. We want to go the island of San Andres, get to know many towns, enjoy their different typical foods, learn about their customs, and what to do the inhabitants like to do every day. Go out every day to see new adventures. We want to swim a lot. We love the water and everything that is related to them. We will take advantage of the fact that we will be on an island to do ours. Hopefully be an uncomfortable vacation. And it will be. Okay, so now a little about my taste for reading, since it is one of my favorite books that I will talk about next. We're going into details. The book I am going to talk about is nothing more and nothing less than The Clockwork Orange. Many may have seen the movie, or perhaps not, perhaps they have heard of some analysis of the subject on which the story is centered, or maybe not. It does not matter, because after this presentation you will know that what this book is about, and you will be able to discuss it with your friends. This book was written by John Anthony Burgess Wilson, who was an English writer and composer. He was born on February 25, 1917, Manchester, England, and passed away on November 22, 1993, with age 76, London, England, for lung cancer. Okay, so I will continue to tell about the characters in this literary work. First, Alex Delarge, the novel anti-hero and leader of his Drogo's friends. He often refers to himself as her humble storyteller. His last name is only revealed in the film adaptation of the novel. Alex likes violence and classical music. Second, George or Georgie, lieutenant who aspires to command. Georgie tries to undermine Alex's position as the leader of the gang. While Alex is in prison, he is killed by the owner of the house where he had entered to rob with Petey and Dean. So, Petey, the most rational and less violent of the gang, he is the only one who doesn't take sides when the drugs fight. This character later founds a family and is reunited with Alice, causing him to consider joining a normal society. El Lerdo, dim, and idiotic, and completely short member of the gang, continually sponsored by Alex. He later becomes a policeman demanding revenge from Alex for the abuse the Once spread under his command, and together with Billy Boy, they beat him up the woods. Okay, so followed by the characters, now we will focus on the plot of the story. Okay, Alex is a charismatic criminal and sociopath, leader of a small gang of libertines whom he refers to as Drogs. Pity